So I believe voters in Southwest Florida, they're really looking for a fighter. You look at the last 5 or 6 congressmen, like with the exception of maybe one, everybody has been kind of a rough on the edges fighter who's going to disrupt Washington, D.C. Byron Donalds has done a fantastic job. You know, it's not somewhere, even though this is such, you know, an affluent and well, you know, versed area, people are extremely conservative. I think this is the most important district for the conservative movement. 1, because they can fund the movement, and 2, because they have such hardcore values. So I think they're looking for someone who's unapologetically American, who's going to fight for their values, who's going to take whatever arrows they send at us and not bow the knee to anyone to say, oh, well, you know what, I don't want to get an attack out against me. No. I don't care what you call me. You didn't call me to this position. I serve the people of Southwest Florida. And I really think they want someone who's going to be shrewd. They want someone who's going to go into battle in Washington, D.C., but also who's going to be wise about it. You know, I've been in Washington. People have offered me money. People have offered me power. People have offered me peace. But all I had to do was give them my voting card. And I said no. And the swamp attacked me for that. And that's what I think also Southwest Florida needs. They need someone who's not going to be bought, someone who cannot be bought, someone who's going to fight for the biggest. Listen, when you think about the federal government, they have way too much power in this area. You look at the Army Corps of Engineers, unfortunately, my friends, they're doing a terrible job for water management. You look at what's going on in the Calusa Hatchet right now with the algae bloom that's going on. You look at what's going on inside of our river systems. Listen, I want our farmers to be able to do an amazing job here in Southwest Florida and in Central Florida. But we have got to be smart about it. Whether we have water purification systems or we start doing regenerative farming, whatever it takes to make sure that our waters here in Southwest Florida are clean. And then we've got to completely re-examine what the Army Corps of Engineers actually gets to do inside of our waterways. Because unfortunately, it's the lifeblood of this area, but a federal agency hundreds of miles from here is actually in charge of what we can do. In Cape Coral, we can only dredge our canals up to 5 feet. It takes about 3 years for them to actually allow us to do it. If we want to cut a